Hey, fifth grade, today is the day we are coloring now. I would like you to use colored pencils if you have them. If you don't, crayons would work too. It's just easier to do tiny details with the colored pencils. Don't use markers for this, but again, crayons or colored pencils would work. One thing that I want to challenge you to do is to try to do some shading on all of your towers to make them look rounded. And I'm going to show you how to do that. If you want to practice on the back side of your paper, the back side of a different project that we did, to practice your shading first before you do it, you can. I'm going to show you on here, and then I'm going to do it on one of my towers too to show you what I mean. So again, this is your castle. It can be any color. It could be a rainbow castle if you want. It could be, you know, a red or green or blue, or you could go more traditional with like grays and stuff. For grays, if you don't have a gray, you could use your black and color really lightly with that, or you could use a pencil too for gray. All right, so for shading, I'm going to show you on my cone here first. When you're shading on the edges, just on the sides, it's going to be dark, so I'm going to push hard. I'm going to go over it a little bit, a few times here. But then as I'm coming to the middle, this space right here is going to be the lightest that I can possibly color. Like I'm trying to not even barely touch my paper. Okay, so you guys can barely see that. Okay, now I'm going to go in between here. I don't want to just leave it dark to light. I want to have it be gradual, so I'm going to color getting lighter, 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 lighter. I'm going to try to not just have a line, okay? I want it to be gradual, and it takes practice, okay? So don't be discouraged if it's not perfect at first, but I'm going to be able to tell if you were, you know, trying to do some shading. Sometimes you got to go over it a little bit. My suggestion would be start light and you can always make it darker. It's harder to make it lighter. All right, so let me do this. It's going to be the same thing. I'm going to go really dark on my edges. And then as I move in, I'm going to get a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, so that when I'm in that center part, now if you hold your pencil further back, you're going to color even lighter. Okay, so you're like barely just tickling the page. Okay, and then start getting darker as you get to the edge. Okay, then I always feel like I need to touch up the bottom edges here after, because it's hard to do it in there. So it just kind of helps with that effect of making it look like it's something that's round. Okay, so let me grab you my examples here. I have one that is all colored. And see how it's dark on the edges, light in the center? But on the flat walls, you just color it normal. You just color it all the same. You don't have to get light or dark on there. So rounded things, try to make them look like you did some shading. And then just color the background like you normally would. Nice and neat. Taking your time, coloring neatly. I'll post a picture of this too so that you can see it all done. But I can't wait to see how your castles come out. You guys have fun.